Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How are you all doing? Welcome to the start of a brand new Medieval Kingdoms Total War 1212 AD campaign. Here today, we're going to be playing as the Kingdom of Scotland. So guys, I want to make a deal with you. If this video can hit 500 likes within 24 hours, I will do a double upload here today and release the second video instantly. If not, you have to wait a little bit longer for that next upload. Got to say a huge thank you to the 1212 AD mod team for sending me a copy of the alpha and making this series possible. So we're playing as the Kingdom of Scotland, William, Catholic Christianity. We've got some faction mechanics, the King of the Scots. We have Scottish plus 10 morale for spearmen. We've got settlement of Anglo-Norman, 50% wealth from immigration and growth. Okay. We've got a revolution, which gives us a minus 15 construction, and unruly Gallic lords giving us a minus 2% public order. So our initial start is very much isolated and normal. So let's dive into the unit custom battle unit roster to see what we're working with. Now, Scotland is a very limited faction in this mod at the moment. We're still in the alpha version, so there's a lot to sort of come. So units wise, we're very limited, as is kind of realistic in the vanilla medieval Total War. So we've got a very small pool of unit roster. However, I've just recently watched Outlaw King, and I'm really craving some Scottish independence. So we've got some infantry here, some pikemen, bowmen. These guys are more than competent enough to do some conquest. So without further ado, I'll see you guys on the campaign map. I'll talk about Outlaw King, my thoughts and opinions, and we'll go through the main objectives for this series. Okay guys, how you doing? Welcome to the campaign map. Got to say a huge thank you to the mod team. Once again, of course, you're most welcome to read the mod credits. So, welcome guys. Now, please do take into consideration that this 1212 AD campaign is still very much in the alpha version and is subject to change, especially with this Scottish faction. It has had limited work on it just yet. There are a lot more sort of fleshed out factions like the Obed Sultanate and England and whatnot. However, like I said before, I'm really craving some Scottish conquest. So, recently watched Outlaw King. Let me know in the comment section down below your thoughts and opinions about it. I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. I really enjoyed it as a historical sort of movie, but I wasn't sort of like amazed from it. I think I just had too higher expectations, to be honest. I really enjoyed the character of Black Douglas. I was more invested than him than Robert the Bruce, in my sort of opinion. Also guys, in the comments I've been getting a lot like, how do you download this mod? Simpzy, I've downloaded the 1212 battle pack and it's not working. Unfortunately, this is in a closed alpha for the campaign. Only a limited amount of YouTubers have it, along with playtesters. And the second question is, when is the mod campaign, the alpha, coming out to the general public? They don't tell me. I don't think it even says on their page. I genuinely don't know it. And I don't think they do as well. They sort of play piece by piece. When it's out, it's out. They don't want to get anyone's hopes up and disappoint anyone before they're ready to release it. So, we're playing as the Kingdom of Scots. We have Edinburgh, Inverness. The main objective for this series is to take out the English. Easier said than done, in my opinion. I want to unite and control the entirety of the United Kingdom and Ireland. I want to try and set up some European territories, finishing off the English in northern France and southern, and I also want to go on Crusade. We're playing as a Catholic faction for once, so the Pope will call an invasion of Egypt at some point, the 5th Crusade of Cairo. I don't know if we're going to join that one, but we very much can. So as you can see here, actually I need to move you out of Edinburgh for a time. Where is it? Oh, why isn't it showed up here? Maybe I have to end the turn. There should be a button here somewhere which allows me to go on Crusade. So like I said, we're playing as Scotland. We're a very limited faction at the moment. We've got our faction leader here, William. 2 units of pikes, 2 units of sergeants. That's a spear, is it? Even though sergeant's early. Sword, okay. What do we got to recruit with? Highlanders, sergeants. Okay. So they're medium melee infantry. And then we've got some archers here. Diplomacy-wise, let's see what we're working with. So we've got the Kingdom of Scotland, of course. We have the region of Caledonia and the Welsh to the south. So I think probably reuniting the entire region of Caledonia here, or the province rather. I think we need to take out the Irish. Pushing for Dublin is probably our first objective, because I don't think we could hit the English head-on in York. We've got the Welsh here as well, in Mercia. I think we probably could take these two out. Getting a trading port is crucial here, as we can't trade with the known world. We do have a raiding Viking horde to the north here. We have the Norwegians. They're a horde faction in this game because Norway doesn't specifically have a settlement in Total War Attila, so we've got to keep an eye out on them. So let's dive into diplomacy. Let's sort by attitude and see if we can get some pacts with people. So non-aggression is probably good with the English for the time being. I do not trust the treacherous King John with a 10-foot pole. Wouldn't touch him, rather. I don't trust him. We'll get a non-aggression pact with Pisa. Let's just try and get some non-aggression pacts where we can. Try and increase our relations with other European powers. I should have squeezed some money out of that, to be honest. To be fair, once our attitude gets a bit better, we might be able to demand 300 gold. Oh, there we go. Good, we can do that now. Already. So, I highly recommend this sort of exploit if you can. Most Catholic factions are more inclined to send you money. No way. Why? No, why? Why are they so inclined to give me money? Is it because they know I'm poor? Whoa, I wasn't expecting that much. What the fuck, Pisa? Norway. Okay, they're not sort of inclined to give me much more. And same with Bologna. Wow, so we've really increased our war chest significantly there. We could have got way more than that. Wow, okay, that's a learning curve for me. So military and civic-wise, what can we go with now? Getting better quality swordsmen. I think windmill and agriculture, getting our food on track. We've only got 38 food at the moment, which isn't overly great. Trade-wise, we are making a little bit of money from the English, but not too much. So let's dive into the faction here. We have King William. He has two daughters, Margaret, Isabel, and Alexander. And these are all the same portrait for the time being, so I guess this is just placeholder for the time being. That's alright, no matter. So, let's allow these men to go up the political spectrum. I sort of think we should marry off my daughters as quickly as possible. So, we've got Kenneth, Donald, and Fearchar. I guess that's would be like Fletcher or something. That's a very Scottish sort of name. Regardless, we're going to rally up with the king now. Donald is going to send his garrison from Inverness. And we're going to rally up here in Edinburgh with a full stack. So let's chuck everyone in. I'm going to try and customize this army build to my specifications, because I feel like there's a lot of units here that I don't particularly like. So at our normal recruitment capacity, we can get better quality archers, Highlanders, and sergeants. I don't like pikes personally, but they are very good situationally. So we're going to get rid of these guys because they were like, what? 175 upkeep. You're better off spending the extra 15, in my opinion, and getting some proper sergeants. So we've got some Highlanders here as well. And Scottish Longbowmen. So hang on a minute. They're called Scottish Longbowmen. 145 range. But they have the same range as them. Why is that? I'm just sort of looking at the stats because we can't recruit them. I was going to get rid of them. Range. We got the range. Fire rate. Better quality fire rate. Got better melee. Yeah, why are these called Scottish Longbowmen? Looking at the stats, we're better off getting these other guys. So, let's get rid of them as well. And we've got some units of cavalry here. We've only got 4 lots. These guys are heavy shock, while these guys are melee infantry. So we're going to be preparing for a siege, more than likely, of Dublin. So, let's get 3 units of archers. I think that's plenty. And then we'll go with getting more sergeants. We've got 78k in the bank, and we're making about 1,000 per turn. I think I'm okay with that. I guess we could slowly start moving out these Highlanders. So, you here, I think maybe I should sail you around here and maybe try and get some trade with other people. So let's have a look at our army builds here. So Inverness is my capital, and then we have Edinburgh further in the south. I am okay to allow it to be a castle, and we've got a sheep herd here as well. Let's quickly look at the fertility of Scotland. I imagine it's going to be fucking shit. 65% production, and that's why there's a sheep thing in here. because the more, yeah, we could even go with like a cattle herd, 75 guaranteed, 25 pigsty. I think we're better off keeping with the sheep herd for the time being. Okay, so then we've got a field here further in the south. I think we should go with something a bit different. Let's not go with a sheep herd. Let's go with a pigsty or whatever it was. And I think we should break down this anti-corruption building and preferably build a military building, or maybe even a tavern or something might be more in our better interest. I wouldn't mind getting some better quality military buildings where I can. So at the moment, let's have a look here. So we can unlock the recruitment of better archers. We can get some early knights and early foot knights. It's going to take a while. That's a royal barracks. Garrison-wise, now, I haven't played as a Catholic faction before, so I don't know if there's... Oh, yeah, there we go. I knew you could actually get military recruitment through religious building, so you can actually get a military order fort, which unlocks the recruitment of Templar, Sergeants, Spearmen. Yeah. I think I really want to go down the sort of Dale's Vault Crusader route, because I want to go on a couple of crusades for this series. So, without further ado, I think it's time to end the turn and continue. So we can get some provincial governors in. I guess we allow Kenneth to manage over the province for the time being. And let's go with, I think construction is our best bet. I guess we could upgrade this, which gives us a little bit more squalor. No, I think I'm sort of fine. I want to try and keep some money in the bank while I can. So, let's end the turn and continue. So, guys, let me know in the comment section down below where you'd like me to expand and conquer, other objectives for this series. I think I've outlined sort of the main three, and I reckon the majority of you guys would like me to play as... Isabel! The Kingdom of Norway. Oh, one of her statesmen. No, fuck that. I thought the king wanted to marry my princess, not a sort of lower Scandinavian lord. Oh, okay. Yep, so the main objective is to knock out England, take the entirety of the United Kingdom, and obviously, I guess, taking out England will encompass potentially moving over to France and eliminating them in their northern Normandy and Aquitaine territories. And I want to go on Crusade. I want Scotland to hold overseas territory. Okay, so let's continue to break this down while I can as well. We can actually upgrade Inverness if we want to, which is probably not a bad shout. We've got more recruitment coming on the way as well, and I think we should get you to sail around and try and get some negotiations, as it will be inevitable that we will be going to war with the English. I think we need to get an alliance with our good old friends, the French. So, let's end the turn and continue. So, this is episode 1. We'll try play for about, I don't know, an hour or so today, get an hour upload, and then, yeah, we'll probably end it there. It's the start of a campaign, so we're slowly but surely building up our recruitment capacity, our economy, but I think striking Dublin is probably our best bet. The 5th Crusade, and the 100 Years' War has begun as well, the Kingdom of England and France. 4th Council of Lateran, Pope Innocent proclaimed a new crusade to free the Holy Land from the Saracens. At the 4th Council of Lateran, I think it's Lateran, held this year, various Catholic rulers will soon be asked to join the crusade, though its intended target is precisely unknown. Okay, so we've constructed and demolished some buildings as well, but the Kingdom of England and the French are at war. How cool does that portrait look? Look at that artwork, man. Magnificent. So, let's see what we can work with again. So we haven't really found anyone else, have we? England actually love me at the moment. Okay. You want to give me some more dough? Give me some more of that dollary ruse. Okay, so let's push further south here. And we're going to be able to find the Kingdom of Wales, Principality of Wales rather, and the Irish, Kingdom of Ireland. Okay, so what are they sort of doing? They don't want to give me a payment or anything. Oh, they do. What about these guys? Do you want to give me a payment as well? Now, I do know the Irish in this mod aren't really fleshed out, because I look at this. This is like a shield from Total War Attila, by the look of it. So, let's continue down. I want to try and get negotiations with the French as best we can. Maybe we need to take Brittany under our control. They were formerly Gallic people as well. So we haven't found the English just yet. Sorry, the French. Now, looking at the English, they do have military alliances with Flanders and the Holy Roman Empire. They're at war with Bavaria, France, and Burgundy. So we're going to have to hit our mark precisely, to be honest. So I'm trying to think, am I better off to go down and try and get these military recruits earlier on than actually diving down the military, my own sort of... Yeah, look at this. I'm actually better off going to get Crusaders and whatnot, because we unlock the recruitment of Templar Knights here, dismounted Knights as well. And then what's this other tech to get that? 40 turns. 40 turns to get better quality. I think we're better off switching, because we need a decent military. But it's also a double-edged sword, because we do need a decent economy to get them. Is there much of an improvement? It's basically just like crossbowmen and proper spearmen, yeah. Yeah, so this is, because we're playing as a limited faction, you probably wouldn't have to do this once the campaign's sort of fleshed out, and Scotland has capacity to recruit their sort of ethnic Scot units. But that's not a bad idea. So let's go with a Catholic chapel, with the main objective to upgrade it to a military order priory. And we'll do that. So I think I'm going to keep this money for the time being. We're still 4 turns away from bringing a decent army. What's the garrison looking like in Dublin? 2 spears, a lot of bowmen. They are not a unique Irish faction at the moment either. So that's something I have to keep an eye on. So we're making about 900 per turn. I reckon we're nearly going to go bankrupt, because just trying to do some math off the top of my head, there was about 4 still in recruitment, I think, and that's not going to cover the costs. Okay. Nothing else has sort of happened there. So, we've got 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, we've got 8. And we're only going to be $100 the difference. We're nearly at full recruitment capacity. Okay, let's continue to move MacDonald, down to try and negotiate with the French. It's going to be interesting to see what happens to them, because in the majority of my campaigns, they fall into ruin, the French. They never really quite live up to the hype. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep my money here in the economy. And once these guys are recruited, it's going to significantly drop. But look how beautiful Scotland looks up in the north here. Man, oh man. This is magnificent. I can't wait for you guys to finally get access to the alpha so you can play your own campaigns, because it's an amazing mod. I can't recommend it enough. So, let's end the turn and continue. So, guys, this campaign will end in the far future. This is episode 1, a long time away, but there's no harm in letting me know in the comments now what you'd like me to replace this campaign with. Doesn't have to be a Catholic faction, can be Orthodox, Islamic. Let me know in the comments. The 5th Crusade! Crusade for Cairo! The Pope has formally declared the beginning of a holy war against the Muslims in Egypt, seeking to re-establish Christian rule in the lands long lost to the Saracens. If Cairo can be taken, the rest of Egypt will soon fall. And then we use for a staging ground for attack to retake Jerusalem. Okay, so I believe now, yeah, there's a button down here. Send this army on Crusade. Now, it's still quite a while before we're anywhere near preparing for a Crusade. Maybe, depending on how the wars sort of go here, we might have to retake England before we're at capacity here. Oh, I think we found England now. Yep, sorry, France. We found France. Let's negotiate with the French. Philippe is at war with the Holy Roman Empire, Flanders, and Toulouse. That's why they seem to get very taken aback. Oh, they don't like me because negotiations with England. That's fine. Maybe we should find some relations down in Spain, because I think historically we've had some pretty good alliances there. I think Spain is quite a good region to take as well. So one more turn before that is complete, and then we've only got... So how many turns do these take to recruit? 2. I'm trying to think, should we start making preparations to leave and go to Ireland? Because you can go to here. I just hope you don't lose. Yeah, I just want to try and... Oh, so you can't actually disembark from there. That's fucking stupid. Why can't you disembark from there? I guess we could trespass straight and right over. Instead of going for an amphibious sort of attack. Encourage a proper siege. I guess we'll do that. So, 2 more turns for these sergeants. It's going to be 200. So if I break that down, we get 100 free. We're going to be... And we've got 51,000. The more I can get, the better. That's what I'm sort of thinking. So what are we at to capacity here? I want to try and have the best army as possible. I can't remember. I don't know how many I'm at and what I'm at to recruit. Where does it say? Yeah, it should say somewhere how many we can recruit within a turn. Yeah, we've hit the max. We would have hit the max. So it's going to be a little bit longer, but that's fine. Okay, so how are we going public order-wise? -6. It's not overly too good. Can I marry off my daughters just yet? No. I would like to, ideally. Because I'm going to try and allow these guys to climb the political hierarchy. So we're 100% Catholic. So even if you want to convert the religion, you can't actually. Oh, disease outbreak. That's fine. Office secured. And the Catholic Church has been built. So 79% dominion, 50% balance. We are slowly losing control. We need to marry my daughters off as quick as we can. So we need to start saving up for a military order barracks. So can we recruit an agent? No, we can't. Because I would like to get some line of sight before we push over into Ireland. 1 turn, okay. Or we could wait 3 and get him. Yeah, I just don't want to allow them to grow too strong, you know. I want to try and strike them while the iron's hot if I can. Governor, let's increase our tax rate by 6%. That's fantastic. And let's end the turn and continue. We can't even afford to have another army, so we're definitely very scared at the moment playing as Scotland. It's because we don't have any resources. You think we would. You think we would have the lush northern forests or something. Like, look at... Why aren't we chopping this shit down in Inverness? Maybe it's too far to transport? I don't know. So we're losing 52 now per turn. Should I send you back to try and get some line of sight against the Irish? Well, it doesn't really matter anyway, because it's sort of make or break. If we can't take it, there's not much we really can do about it. Okay, cool. So 52. We might be able to dive back into diplomacy. Maybe England will support our war against the Irish. Pisa seems to be bankrolling us a lot. I think they've sort of stopped now. Oh no, Norway wants to give me some of their raiding coin. No one else seems to want to give me any money either. I wouldn't mind marrying off some of my daughters in the near future. However, we need to marry them off to some high Scottish lords. Okay, so this will keep us afloat for the time being. Yeah, and also trade. Trade is so crucial in this mod. Especially without a port. We're very... yeah, hamstrung. Okay, faction encountered Toulouse. Welcome to the top of the turn. Sicily are at war with the Hafsfid Sultanate. Sweden and Norway are at war. France are just getting absolutely smashed there. Oh no! King William is blind. Oh, he can't rule. This fellow has lost his sight and plunged into a world of darkness. Authority, cunning, and zeal. Oh no! That's terrible. He's 70 though. Oh, crikey. -5 authority, 5 cunning, zeal. Melee defense. Oh god, we need a new general. We can't have a blind king. Alexander is 15. He's not of age just yet. We're going to have to get someone else to command. Oh, no. It's because he's old. That's all it is. Donald's down here. Oh, that sucks. That really does suck. So, we found a couple of more factions. We've found Toulouse. Oh, Navarre. And where do we find down here? Ah, Santiago. A Wales vagina. Oh, fuck, that's such a dead movie now. Right, let's try and demand some more payments through non-aggression pacts with some of the Iberian Catholic kingdoms. Good, we're slowly making some money. Okay, so let's push all the way up back to the north. So unfortunately, we can't fight with the king. So we've got Fearchar. That must be Fletcher or something. Donald and Neil. Because we've got a melee here with Fear. 1 experience for recruits. Decent influence as well. And we don't have to pay for it. So let's get Fear in. And then we'll try and strike Dublin once we finish this one more turn. And then we're going to be hitting them in the spring, I imagine. We've got some pestilence problems, but there's not really too much we can do about that. So let's end the turn and continue and get ready to strike against the Irish. Let's cross our fingers and hope that they don't have 2 full stacks. We're kind of going in blind, which is what I don't like to do. I'd rather sort of scout and go ahead. I'm pretty sure we're still far away from actually getting like some agent recruitment. How far away? Yeah, we can't get any other recruits. Okay, guys, you got to risk it for the biscuit, or to my American viewers, the brisket. Let's go for it then. Let's push into Ireland. We're going to be able to push here to get some line of sight firstly. So, Dublin has 2 units of spears, 2 early billmen, 5 archers. Their main army only has 8 units, which we cannot see. So, are Ireland at war with anyone? No, because I'd like to negotiate sort of an attack against them if we could. Okay, so let's make sure you're still moving down and sort of meeting people as well. And I think we'll sort of leave it at that, because I don't want to meet too many sort of Eastern Sultanate Caliphate factions, because they're just not going to like me. So there's no point in getting bad relations with them, then we don't have to. Okay, so let's let Fear start the Siege of Dublin. Let's declare war upon them. And let's push in. So, at the moment, we're very heavily not favoured to win. Okay, crikey. So, they've got an untextured bodyguard, that's fine. Axe sergeants, 2 spear cavalry. Okay, they're probably going to attack us, which is good. If we can fight them on the field of battle, you might have the advantage. Regardless, let's continue the siege and hopefully take our first settlement and have our first battle for the episode. We're losing 137 per turn, that is fine. And we're going to lose a little bit more once this tax rate goes down through to our religious building. So, the Siege of Dublin is upon us. Let's see how the Irish react. Then, once we knock them out, I think we should go against Wales. And we should be able to get a large enough economy through the port of Dublin to contest against the English. And I guess we'll have to bypass their military alliances. Whoa, what's happened here? Oh no, why have they gone and done that? So they've made the decision to move their army out of Dublin itself and go for an amphibious attack, maybe just to sort of save themselves if they have to. I'm not entirely sure, because it's given them seasickness now, apart from their cavalry. It's actually not too bad of a shout, because it's actually deployed their cavalry, like, to the side of the map as well. I don't know why we're not so favoured to win. Are these guys, like, actual trash, like these sergeants? They very well could be, but I don't know. Regardless, we're going to have the Siege of Dublin here today. We have 2,770 forces, and they have 2,500. So, Fear is going to be commanding this battle here today. Okay, guys, how are you all doing? Welcome back to the Scotland campaign. Holy shit, guys. It's been about an hour of me trying to troubleshoot and save the campaign. Unfortunately, every single time I've tried to play the Battle of Dublin against the Irish, the game keeps on crashing. The Irish faction is incomplete at the moment and does, as you would have seen, have Total War Attila textures as stuff. So I've been trying to get around and trying to have the Siege of Dublin through an amphibious attack, a land battle, or a siege. The game just constantly crashes. I did say that at the start, the Scotland campaign is very limited as well. We're still playing an alpha, of course, so this is expected in some areas, which is a bit of a shame. So I thought, fuck, every time the game crashed I thought, shit, maybe it's actually the Scottish campaign. No, it's fine. Sieges of Wales, London, York, against the English and the Welsh factions, it's fine. It's just Ireland that is bugged. So, I've skipped 3 turns ahead. Now, I had to peace out with the Irish, because even though, hey, Simpzy, okay, you can't play the battle, try an auto-resolve. Nope, this army cannot win in an auto-resolve, and I don't have any more reinforcements. My other army is actually down in Spain. So what I've gone and done now, this is what's happened in the campaign. I've peaced out with the Irish for a decent payment. There will be some economic and building discretions here and there, because I have skipped 3 turns ahead. I've moved now to attack the Welsh. I wanted to start this sort of next part battling the Welsh. I want to have a battle in today's episode. So, I've declared war upon the Welsh and disembarked. Now the Welsh have actually attacked me now, and we're going to be fighting them on the field of battle here today. So once we take out Wales, we're going to have a trading port. We're actually going to have clay as well. I think it's clay, yeah. So we're going to be able to build up another army, a big enough army, so then we can auto-resolve the Battle of Dublin. It sucks, but there's nothing I can do about it. When it started happening, I thought, oh shit, maybe we're going to have to scrap this entire campaign. This like recording session, I'm going to have to start again, but I think it's okay for the time being now. So just sort of forget about the Irish war. We're going to have to deal with them later. However, we are going to be fighting the Kingdom of Wales here today. I've declared war upon them. As you can see, we have Fear here commanding. We have their general. We don't have their king. So we're coming up against the Welsh here. As you can see, are a lot better textured. Very akin to their English comrades here, the Principality of Wales. So they have 3 units of spearmen, 4 units of their Welsh longbowmen, 2 units of mounted sergeants, and then 1 unit of knights, reinforcing from the garrison, 2 units of spears, 2 polearms, and 5 archers. So they do have skirmisher supremacy on us. I imagine they probably do have the range as well. So they're attacking us, so at least we have that to our advantage. However, we do outnumber them numerically with our own swordsmen. So, without further ado, let's have the first battle of the Scottish Let's Play against the Welsh. So, I would have loved to, like, you guys knew my plan. I thought, right, we'll defeat the Irish in this episode. Boom, we'll move and push against the Welsh in the next. Then we'll push against the English. But we've gone to have to go a bit of an unorthodox approach, which is a shame, because there's nothing much else we can do. There's no way that we can economically, military, go against the English just yet. However, so for the first battle of the Scottish Let's Play, we're going against the Welsh. Easier said than done, as we don't border with this Welsh settlement, and they do have superior longbowmen than me. They've even got probably superior cavalry. Regardless, we're going to give them a run for our money and hopefully open up this clay port and get trade and commerce all around the known world. There are a lot of Catholic factions in Spain who quite like me, so we should be able to flog off this copper. So it is currently incredibly foggy. We can't see anything. So we have 2,770, and they have 1,400, and then they've got their reinforcements deploying. So let's set up now, shall we? So we've got our front line here. I guess we're essentially just going to try and have to make a bit of a noob box where we can try and hold our flank while our archers gain with support. So let's move up here. Let's try not to stretch anyone out too far, but I sort of want to allow them to charge against me, and we sort of take the brunt of the force. So let's go with a shield wall formation. I just think that's too thin. It could be a little bit thicker. I think it needs to be a bit thick with 2 Cs. So let's go with this then. That's more like it. That's what I'm liking more. So let's move our flanking units here. You could be a bit like this as well. Yeah. And then we'll move my foot guard. So if there is an ability to flank, I will most definitely take it. Okay, archers will go with heavy shot for the time being. I imagine that most of their army will be heavy shot. You never know. Some of their infantry look like they were quite lightly armoured, so we might have to switch halfway in between. Okay, this could be angled far better, in my opinion. So, something like that. I don't mind that. Okay, cool. Oh, no, it's clipping, isn't it? Oh, for fuck's sake, we need to get this side. We want to get bang on the corner. Because even that would count as a flank, wouldn't it? Okay, let's move Fear, our general, standing in for the king, the blind king of Scots. How can he be a king when he's blind, to be honest? Okay, so let's move my units. So we've got some medium cavalry. Okay. They actually are a skirmisher unit, which is interesting. So, the problem is now we can't see 10 feet in front of us, which is a huge problem, if I'm being honest. So, we'll see how well we do. So, let's sit back, relax, and allow the enemy to come to us. Okay, so here are our heavily armoured knights. Here are our medium armoured knights, of course. I might actually pause and have a look through everyone, because this is the first time we're seeing them on the campaign. So we have our own foot knights here as well. The banner of Scotland, the red lion. How fantastic is that? Yellow as well. The colouring. Our swordsmen there. Shields nice and high, lads. We've got our own bowmen here. Moving further towards the heavily armoured generals unit. Look at the bucket helm on this. And also the coloured pattern there. Look at this! Nice. These guys are really heavily armoured. So, let's push down to some of those other guys. Who were these? What were these called again exactly? The Highlanders, light melee. And then we've got our proper sergeants. So how do the Highlanders look? Okay, they're not too different in appearance overly. Just a lot more lightly sort of armoured there, as you can see. Good, 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 good. Right, let's have a look at the Welsh and see what they're operating with for the time being. So they do seem to be charging out against us. These do seem to have some English knights fighting with them, but most of them are... They don't have range on me now, no fucking way. I was going to say, those longbowmen are fucking menacing. Boiled leather as well. Yeah, they've got some like royal Welshmen and Englishmen fighting beside them. Okay, that's something we have to keep an eye on. So, we can see them, which is good, and their reinforcements are approaching here now. Let's have a look unit-wise at sort of the men. So, there's a pretty huge difference against them. 27 attack. What I'm really worried about is their pole arms. Their range is only... What? Their range is the same as ours. How can early longbowmen be the same as normal bowmen? Regardless, we're going to sit back, relax, and wait for them to push against us. We're only outnumbered by about 100. I think cavalry-wise, they have supremacy on me, so I'm not too inclined to sort of push out. They've got their heavy general's bodyguard there. We've got our own further back. Heavy shock are going to get smashed as well. And sergeants. So what I could do is I could kind of bait a bit. If I can sort of bait up here, I'm sort of happy to do so, and then I want to try and do a false sort of charge. Because I wouldn't mind trying to drag them close to my own archers. So try and bait a charge up. Okay, because that's the range. Pull back. Pull back. They're moving their bowmen. The false charge doesn't seem to be working. What I could do... I just don't think... Yeah, I can't really get around that and surround it. We could get... That's too close. There must be a unit here somewhere. There must be. Yeah, I think we're just better off sitting back. Yeah, I was right. I was fucking right as well. Hang on a minute, hang on a minute. What's happening here? Ah, So it might have worked on this side. Right, okay. Try and get further back to the line then. It might have worked. But we've just spotted them in time. The front line's now moving. Yeah, so essentially, try and pull yourself further back here. Or essentially something like that. Okay. Right. My archer should be in range soon. Yeah, the main thing is archers trying to, like, pierce them, because they can do some really good damage. Come on, you're in range. Shoot. Don't be such a fucking idiot that you don't shoot. There we go, that's what we wanted. Now they're pushing into this, which is good. Get that to halt. That's coming in here, so... Oh god, these guys are retarded. Alright, let's try and countercharge this. And try and get behind that. I'm nearly keen to commit a unit here. Okay, so they're hitting me head on. Try and stop that. We'll surround this. Okay, try and surround this as best you can as well. Could move a unit of swordsmen over here to help out. Break the formation and come over here. And in turn, I'm going to try and angle you here instead. Because we still do need to hold. Okay, they are moving their archers up now. And then mine are here as well. So these guys are medium stuff. That's fine. Let's countercharge this. Come on. Try and get around here like this. You do have a shot here. So please try and use your skirmisher ability. Nah, just go for it then. I don't even know what the fuck's happening there. Don't. Right. These guys are just bugging out more than anything. Okay, so they're hitting my front line here now. That cavalry's still engaging, so that's now been neutralized. Perfect. This army is in a full... This cavalry unit's in a full retreat. Whoa! Are you kidding me? A full-on cavalry charge there has just decimated them. That's mad. Okay. So let's try and push into this then. Get these archers further back. Try and support that. Try and get you over here. And let's try and allow... my archers aren't in range of their general, are they? No. So everyone should be here firing at will. Okay, good. Let's try and get this into our... Attack them on the line there. So what's going to happen here? Are they going to try and turn? Right, looks like they are. Okay. Going to get these guys to break position and pull up. Okay. A unit's broken here. That's that center line. Okay, so what's happening here now? So we're actually fighting their general head on. This is not what I want, so pull back. Push up and help here, for the love of God. Why are you allowing them to charge like this? It's just so foolish. Okay, pull them back here. Come on, swing around there, that's good. Get around the back of this. Okay, they're actually fighting me head on here. They are just carving up my archers. Fuck me dead. Oh my god. Okay, good. We can actually start getting into this a bit more now. So go for these back tier units. So these guys can hold. Form up a line here. And then get these guys around the back. Fuck me dead. Good, they're gone. Okay, this cavalry unit's nearly gone as well, and so is that. Okay, so how well am I to do something on the front line? It's just a flank. Like that heavy shock charge, I'm blown away as to sort of how strong it was. So their generals here. Please, for the love of God, kill theirs. Archers. I don't know why my archers are being so retarded here today. Okay, go for this. Push into that. Continue to run this sort of shit down. You've run right into spearmen, which is not good. Enemy general's dead. We've got that going for us, which is good. Swing back and try and form a proper line, please. Allow my cavalry to give chase where they can, but they're going to get caught there, so don't worry about that, and swing you further. Try and push through the funnel. Okay, that's good there. We're holding here. Archers reform. Okay, continue to allow my longbowmen to... or allow my cavalry to chase their longbowmen. You need to push back. You can push into that, that's fine. We've got a spare unit of cavalry here now. Okay, so how many more infantry units do they have? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just trying to think, should we sound a charge? Or should we just try and hold? I think we'll hold. It'll be more beneficial for us. Okay. Archers, go back to fire at will. Where's the general? He's fled up here, that's fine. Right, try and take these archers down where you can. But they're just more so getting picked off than anything. Okay. This could be a lot better. Same with these guys. Charge into this. You're getting... Fuck there. Piss that off. Try and get this. No, it's actually not too bad because it's actually disrupting the shots on me. Okay, so we're dealing here okay. Alright, form a shield wall to increase our attack ability in mass. Okay, most of my cavalry is going to break. Which is just how it is. Try and fall you guys back and try and save you at least. Ah, that's alright. Okay, so we nearly finished off their swordsmen here. Not quite. Okay, how are we going mathematically? So about 300 is away. Okay, what I'm going to do now is just withdraw my cavalry. Because I don't think we particularly need them. Okay, allow my archers to try and skirmish theirs as well. While trying to hold the main line. Good. They still seem to be holding here though. Nice, lads! I've been sort of ignoring you, but you've done a fantastic bloody job holding this front line. Okay, continue to drop. We'll drop the 1% morale debuff. Okay, make sure everyone's in a shield wall. Yeah, missile block 20%. 5% attack, which is good. And we'll withdraw you. Okay, most of their infantry is now fled. They still do have some pole arms coming, which we're going to need to focus on. Now that I'm sort of focusing here, I can actually get some decent shots off against them once they get in range. Okay, we're not dropping too much. You could be in a shield wall. I'm just trying to make sure everyone is. Yeah, what you need to do is like reform like that, buddy. I know turning's going to allow us to lose some casualties. Yeah, allow my archers to hit those pole arms there. I'd nearly let everyone focus on it if they could. Medium. Focus on it. Just when I give the order, I just hate when they sort of angle off. Alright, so there was 160 before that initial charge. I'll be curious to see how much more is left after a couple more volleys. 53 still. Here it is though. This is the main couple of volleys. They're still holding on quite well. Halt. Fire at will. Okay, so we've got some pole arms coming over here, which is fine, so let's move them back there. They've got a lot of ammo, those guys. So fire into this. Good. Yeah, heavy. I don't think heavy armor piercing. Yeah, we might be better off with standard against medium, to be honest. Whoa, they got shattered. Just because they just got targeted, I think. Yeah, maybe we're better off going with like a standard shot for the time being. Okay, so we're going to get hit here. That's fine. They are somewhat routing a bit. Alright, let's try and hit these guys further at the back then. Okay, let's continue to drop some buffs down. If I could somehow flank around them, that'd be good. Okay, that's at 160. That's fine, maybe go for something like this. So there's only 500 difference. That's about to break, that can break. Look, I think we're okay to sound a charge now. So let's allow everyone to break out of that formation where they can. So you can flank around this and deal with that. You can charge into this, you can charge into that. I'm going to charge my general into that cluster, because he's going to be able to catch some of these. Now that's the problem when they start skirmishing real mad. Okay, that's good. And we'll leave it like that. Good. Let's sound the charge and finish them off. Try and completely and utterly surround them. They're now broken because of it. And you should flank around this way. So, we're going to be able to catch a lot of them with a general charge. At the end of the day, he's just a random general. No one I care about overly too much. Okay, you need to flank way more here, and you need to push way more up here. Okay, so my general's getting stuck in. So that's been caught into a combat. That now we just need to throw everyone up here. Okay, for some reason, this poor unit here is not doing well. So flank around there. Continue to allow my archers. The thing is, these guys are going to have... Oh, fuck, okay. Oh, fuck off! Our general has fallen my ass. Against medium bowmen, you can get right the fuck out of here, mate. Alright, that unit is somehow holding on. Okay, swing around the back to officially get rid of them. Continue to try and run down these guys as best as possible. Right, that's now broken. You can fall higher up here while you move here. Doesn't even matter now about the cavalry. Oh, god damn, man. Those motherfuckers. Come on. Alright, you push for this. Swing around the back of that. Ugh. It's the heavy cavalry that really did it. Oh, how did they break? This is always a pain. Oh my god. With no general now, as soon as they turn and cop a volley from behind, they break. Okay, that's good. We got him. Fuck, that could have been so much worse there. We have victory. We have victory. As long as we didn't lose half what the enemy deployed, I'll be happy. Or more than. Wow. So that was a real test about the efficiency of these tier 1 units. Our first battle. So, heavy cavalry charges, not very good. Against bowmen, like trying to push without cavalry is difficult. To be fair, I am heavily reliant on heavy sort of Ayyubid cavalry and Byzantine cataphractoi as well. So we did lose our general Fear. Meh, whatever. At least it wasn't the king. But it wouldn't have mattered anyway because the king's fucking blind. So we deployed 2,770 and lost 1,339. Good. I'm happy we had a victory. If we had a loss after that whole Irish fiasco, I probably would have lost my shit. So it was a close victory. Okay, so they outnumbered us by about 200 men. We lost 1,220. So we didn't lose as half of what the enemy deployed. If I lost about 1,500, another 300 more, I would have been pissed. But at the end of the day, this is Total War Attila, not Rome 2, so we do have automatically replenishment. It only really matters when you lose an entirety of a unit. Okay, but I really put my cavalry to work there. 198, 70, these guys I wouldn't even classify as very good cavalry. They're only sort of medium skirmisher ones. Yeah, they brought a decent amount. They had their general units, and then they had some of their own knights. Some others there. So our archers did okay, 66-39. Oh yeah, these guys did well. The Highlanders 120 because they were serving as more of a flanking unit. 66, 145. The general did alright. 239 before his untimely death. Their spearmen 34, and as you can see, as I would have expected, their archers would have done the most. 165, 101. That's what you get when you go to Wales. Those Welsh longbowmen can be prickly bastards. To come, to see, and to conquer. Something about Pompey there. That was a good quote. I wanted to read that. God damn it! But regardless, we've avoided a siege, which is fantastic. So we're not going to get torn up by arrow tower machine guns. We've got Wales as Scotland under our control, which is important. I'm pretty sure in, I think it's like Age of Charlemagne, there's some pretty good lead mines there. In this it seems to be clay, or is it copper? Wouldn't be copper, it would be clay, wouldn't it? Okay guys, welcome to the campaign map. Close victory. We've captured 338 Welshmen, and I think we should put them to the sword. Their army's now fled further south within Wales itself, and it looks like we're going to be able to take the north straight up. Okay, welcome to the top of the turn. Alright, so we've lost our general now, so we need to get a new one. Neil, Raider, unit experience for cavalry, replenishment, Edgar, Donald here's 35. I guess we should go with, I was going to say maybe we should go with William for the time being, but I guess Neil is probably not a bad shout. Okay, France and Switzerland are at war, okay. So we're going to have to siege straight up here, which is a bit of a pain. Oh, and the garrison's still there? What? So what was the point of that battle then? We fought two armies there, right? We smashed the other army. What is this bullshit, man? Because now it's the same situation. At least we're going to be able to play this one. It's winter now. So we're going to have crazy winter attrition. Oh, damn. Okay. How are we going to play this? Because we need to withdraw, and it's going to give us attrition, and then we need to get back. Wow, so even after that fight, the garrison still remained. Maybe most of it fled. Maybe that was it. And we destroyed the full stack within. It's going to take us 3 turns to gain some replenishment. Maybe pushing up through the coast might work. Okay, so I just kind of feel like we're nearly back to square fucking one. Even after that siege, because winter has just absolutely rip-roared through us. It's 1214 AD. Diplomacy-wise, not really much else is still going on. So even after that fight, we can't take Wales. Oh, for fuck's sake. Because our army's just so trashed. In one turn, we're going to have to go for an amphibious attack. If it was like spring and not winter, we probably would have been alright there. Oh. And now we can't move out of that stance. That's right. Okay, let's just cross our fingers and hope that no one else sort of jumps on this war, as we're both very weak at the moment for either side. Wales doesn't get taken by England, or we don't get sort of ganged up on, as we have declared war upon the Welsh this turn. Ah, it's a bit of a fucking shame, isn't it? I guess we're going to have to go for an amphibious attack, because replenishment has just absolutely stumped us here. Papal favour decreased, sorry. You have displeased His Holiness by failing to complete his task. Okay, it was religious buildings, by the look of it. Oh, well, that sucks. Okay, well, let's move this up here then. We need to get this army to recruit more reinforcements. Okay, so what's actually within the town? 2 units of spearmen, 2 polearms, and a lot of longbowmen. They're just going to rip through us. They're going to absolutely tear us to shreds. I'm going to have to re-disembark here, because now they're getting replenishments back. After all that, I don't think I can take them. It might go to another battle. Let's start making some siege equipment. And it's just because we're so far away, we can't get the replenishment. If they come at us again, we might be able to do something. But this is kind of fucked. Alright, we're going to increase our taxes by a fair bit. I can't get any mercenaries either. Man, the game has dicked us from the start. It's forced us into a siege of Wales to expand when we can't take Dublin. It just sucks. It really fucking sucks. It infuriates me that it's pushed me into this position and we can't win. We can. This is going to take a lot longer, be a lot more tedious. The Welsh are going to strike me again. I'd be blown away if they didn't. It's going to be 4 or 5 turns before we get reinforcements. Peace with Wales. Declined. They've now hit us here. And it's going to be another battle. So what's the point of fighting against them when they're just going to come back with reinforcements? That's so stupid. 4. I guess we retreat and try and allow them to come us. We've got to trespass against England, that's fine. We just might have to. Because we need replenishment. Okay, so we've had an envelopment. Okay, one of your daughters has been... Okay, I'm actually alright with that. Kenneth was actually one of my suitors. Now, I can intervene and say no. However, I'm quite happy with this arrangement. So I do lose a -2 control, but my line will get secured. So we do lose a -2 control, and we'll allow the two to get married. So Margaret is now married to Kenneth, which was one of my high nobles. I do plan to marry Isabel to someone. Neil's 30, Donald's 45. How old's he? 39. Oh, okay. He's a little bit older than what I would like. Gavin's 23, but Neil's 30, so we'll marry her to Neil. And we have Alexander, my son and heir. So can he command this army just yet? No, he can't. He's not quite of age. Okay, I've got this reinforcing army coming back up to Scotland itself. Because I'm going to need another army here quick fast. We just need the replenishment back because we've just been nuked. So after that entire fight, it was honestly fruitless. Oh, at least we've unlocked the recruitment of better quality men. but we don't have the economy to support it. Dismounted knights here, dismounted Templar knights. Good, we got foot soldiers. These are far superior than my other ones. Okay, what I'm gonna have to do, because even after that fight, we couldn't take the city because we lost too many casualties. Okay, I'm gonna peace out with Wales. I'm gonna have to, because I might as well. It's gonna be a decent amount of turns before I can go for it again. Moderate. I've just severely underestimated my sort of standing. Okay, so peace treaty wise, demand. We're going to be able to get 1,500 from war contributions. Or remands. I'm going to quickly negotiate with some other factions to try and increase my war chest. Okay, it doesn't look like anyone wants to give me any more money. That's alright. Okay, cool. Right, so I think unfortunately I'm going to have to end the episode here. Thank you very much for watching. It's been incredibly underwhelming. We would have been fine. We would have had like sort of a natural progression. Pushing down and hitting Dublin if we could. Having the entire region would have given us stability. We would have had heaps of reinforcement range as well. So I thought I could actually try and take Wales here today. We were unsuccessful. Just because the amount of men we lost and their garrison. The garrison should have been completely smashed. I don't know why it wasn't. I guess too many of their garrison reinforcements actually escaped. We destroyed the entirety of the army, but they've held us off. So, what we're going to have to do now is sit back, relax, lick our wounds, and I think we're going to build crusading units now. We're going to be able to get some decent quality Crusader cavalry and such, and we're going to be able to get my economy back on track. So if you guys like to see me sort of be heavily on the back foot and sort of lose in an episode, you've got the moment you've been waiting for. It hasn't been a steamroll from the start. So like I said, what I'm going to do, I'm going to continue to put money into my economy. We're going to finally get some better quality professional armies. Then I think we'll probably push down and hit Dublin. Like, I don't think I could have won in Wales. I could have maybe gone for an amphibious attack, but we would have lost the entirety of this army. I'd rather sort of push in when I'm a bit more competent and confident. So diplomacy-wise, nothing really much has changed. Degrading. Yeah, we're going to have another crack against these guys. It's just a shame you cannot fight Dublin on the battlefield, and the auto resolves just really not in my favour. So I'm kind of, my hands are sort of tied. So, I'm going to build some dismounted Templar Crusader units. We'll continue to try and build the economy in Scotland, and we'll push against them in the next episode. And then, yeah, we'll still try and hit our main objectives of getting rid of England in the UK, taking the overseas territories in France, and I do want to try and have a crusade against the Ovid Sultanate. Maybe like we'll go hit Alexandria first, and then maybe Cairo, and then we'll push into Jerusalem and whatnot. But unfortunately, it's time to end the episode here. Thank you very much for watching the first episode of the Kingdom of Scotland campaign. Alexander is now of age, William 72, and has had a tumultuous reign to sort of start things up. We're going to allow my other nobles to increase in rank and marry them into my tree. But thanks guys for watching. The deal still stands. If this video can hit 500 likes within 24 hours, I will do a double upload here today and release the second video instantly. If not, you just have to wait a little bit longer for the next upload. But thanks for watching this episode. It's been troublesome and difficult, but hopefully it becomes a lot easier in the next couple of episodes. Thanks for watching. I've had a blast recording this episode, even with its very high ups and downs. Unfortunately guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comment section down below your feedback for the series, and if you would like to see more, that's the best way to ensure more content. Leave a dislike if you're not enjoying the series. Check out my social media links if you want to stay connected with me. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all in the description below. Highly recommend Twitter. Every single time I post a video, a tweet goes out. It's much more reliable than the YouTube sub box these days to get all the notifications notifications for the channel, you have to click the bell, of course, to join the notifications squad. I do enjoy reading those comments. Patreon and merchandise link in the description below, along with the Steam group. Come and join the community on Steam. And on that note, unfortunately, I have to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching once again. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Go out and have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy. Goodbye. Really close cinematic shots here, pushing through the breach. Oh, look at... That was probably the shot of the video there.